Happy New Year! Yeah, that went about as well as expected, everybody. All right, guys.
Happy New Year!
So we're here for our season 1.
It was so not in sync.
Yeah, it's happened. I'll move on. So hey, guys, we're just gonna we're doing a little intro to our season 1 finale and our New Year's special, and we just kind of wanted to explain the kind of focus for this episode. We're kind of going to be going down talking about the year and kind of teasing into next year and our next season. But before that, we wanted to kind of just showcase we have a new intro now. We're no longer going to be doing those really cringy custom intros anymore.
Also, because that's a lot of work on you.
Yeah, and they get worse and worse every time. So we're actually going to now just use one definitive intro, and we're going to go forward from that. So we're going to show that off now before we get into the episode proper. Once again, guys, Happy New Year and enjoy the episode.
Woo!
Hey guys, I'm Bill, also known as the Barbecue Games on Instagram.
And I'm Alex, his sister, who brings only chaos.
And together we are the Gaming and Collecting Podcast, a mostly video game centered podcast.
But half the time, we just talk about anime.
And that collecting thing, well, that's mostly just an implication at best.
So come along and enjoy us on this adventure
as we discuss the games that shaped us. So, how have you been?
Well, it's been a while since we've recorded.
Yes, it has.
The last time we recorded was like the week before Christmas.
No, it wasn't even the week before Christmas.
Oh yeah, it was the week
before the week before Christmas.
It's been that was more in sync than our intro. That was more in sync than our Happy New Year. I just wanted to point that out. Yeah, so it's been a while. Bill's at my apartment visiting for New Year's. Yep,
we're hanging out for the New Year's special.
Yep.
We've had a bit of a couple of weeks. The year's finally coming to an end, and we're finishing up. We're actually going to be releasing the final episode of Season 1. We made it a whole year.
We did. I can't believe it. I mean, no, I can't. And it's honestly been super fun to do. So, anything interesting happened during that 2-week span? I mean, Christmas happened.
I mean, we had we implied in... Actually, I think the episode we referenced it is actually...
it's actually not going to come out until after.
But, we went to our yearly... My best friend, he does a yearly ugly sweater party, so we went to that.
And that was fun.
It was a blast. We all got drunk and had sweater games and fun stuff.
We played Legos, not Jenga.
Jenga. You played Jenga.
King's game combo, and that was pretty fun.
I got destroyed at beer pong, so.
Yeah. I didn't play any beer pong. I wish I did. I love beer pong.
That was a fun party.
Yeah.
We did that. Then we had Christmas morning was fun.
Christmas was chaotic, so I ended up just driving down for the day, just because I didn't have enough time to take off, and I wanted to make sure I had enough days to take off because me and Bill are going to an AFI concert in March, and it's on a Tuesday, so I wanted to be able to take the Tuesday and the Wednesday off, so that I don't go to work dying the next day.
So Christmas morning, we're just getting up, everything's ready. I had just got out of the shower, and I was downstairs getting ready, waiting for Alex to show up, and all of a sudden a transformer blows up in the neighborhood, and we all lose power. And we were like, are you kidding me?
And it was really funny, too, because I'm driving down, and I was talking to our mom, telling her, I just got off the highway, I should be there in,
No, you were talking to me.
I was talking to you, and I was like, I should be there in, 20, 30 minutes. And, it happened right after that. So I'm driving down, and I pass, I'm like, why are there a bunch of fire trucks here? So I literally drove past the transformer that blew up.
Yeah, it was on fire.
Which was pretty hilarious. It wasn't on fire when I drove past it, thankfully. They had gotten it out. But I drove past it, and then I pull in the driveway, and I'm just like, there's an accident or something down there. And Bill's like, we don't have power. And I was like, that's why.
Yep. But it eventually came back, and we enjoyed lovely family Christmas.
Yeah. And we had fun. We opened presents in the dark, but, it wasn't really dark. There's just no lights on. But it was still pretty fun.
Did that, yep. We got some fun, cool stuff. Yeah. Alex got a lot of One Piece.
I did. I got a One Piece Monopoly game, which was pretty fun. I got a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure sweatshirt, which was cute. I got this... me and Bill both got these acrylic lights. They're like these acrylic sheets that have been engraved, and then that has a light underneath it, and then it can basically change and stuff, colors. I got a JoJo's one, and you got an Inuyasha one.
Yep. I don't think I've shown that off on my blog yet. I'll have to do that at some point.
You'll have to. I'll take a picture of mine, too, so you can, show both of them. And then my mom got me a nice anime figure, which was really sweet. It was Corazon from One Piece. It was so nice of her to do, so thank you, Mom. But I'm so great. I mean, she goes above and beyond for us. We love you so much, Mom.
Yep.
Thank you.
We got her some good gifts, too.
Yep.
And then...
I got her new slippers to replace her old ones.
I got her a funny Jeep sign because she loves Jeeps.
Yep. And then I got everyone jammies, even though... Have you worn the jammy pants I've gotten you? But you're wearing the shirt right now.
I think I brought them, actually. Yeah, we did that, and then... I got the Lego NES set. That was fun.
Yeah, and you posted that on your Instagram.
Yeah, I was up till 3 in the morning that night building it.
It came pretty sick, though.
It did. But my God, by the end, I was like, I don't want to touch a Lego again for a year.
I hate this object.
I was so tired.
Yeah.
And then I slept in the next day till noon.
Yeah, wow.
It was fun. It was fun, though.
You've had the week off of...
I'm on vacation until, next year. Well, a couple...
Next year. Technically.
I'm on vacation till Tuesday, so at the time of recording.
After your birthday, because Bill's birthday is coming up. Woo! 27.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
This is the brief period of time when you're 2 years older than me. No.
Yeah. What are you talking about? You're like 5.
Oh, true. You're a lot older than me. You gave me a collecting podcast with a 27-year-old and a 5-year-old. Actually, I think I'm 6.
Oh, whatever.
I'm 6,
For anyone who doesn't realize, she's a leap year baby. So.
Yep.
But, so we have Chinese food ordered because that's just what Americans do on New Year's.
Well, I placed the order. It hasn't been confirmed yet, so I'm internally panicking, but I know it will be confirmed, but I just panic.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do. Also because it was $100.
Yeah. But other than that, we're drinking coffee right now because it's still too early to drink.
Yes. Well, I'm drinking the remainders of my coffee.
But yeah, so other than that, it's been pretty chill.
Been pretty chill couple of weeks.
We did go on a bit of adventuring, but we're going to save that for later, another episode.
Yep.
But for now, we're actually going to... it's been 1 year, so we figured we might as well...
reflect.
Go back and kind of look back at our
episodes.
The first season of the podcast.
Yeah.
Because it is fascinating, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, actually, it was funny. So, the other day at work, I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to listen to some of our old episodes. So, I started with the first one, and I was like,
it is
wow,
cringe.
We are stiff as a board.
So, I guess going back, we'll start by our original logo.
Yes.
And my God, our original podcast logo was really oddly, laid out. I like it, but for some reason, I put the name at the bottom, and then the top is just kind of nonsense.
Yep, a gaming podcast. No, but it was cute for the time. It was good for the time.
Well, that's what happens when you throw together your podcast logo while at work.
Yes.
So then I guess going to episode 1, an awkward introduction.
And that's what it was.
And it is awkward. Also, this thumbnail annoys me because... So if anyone wants to follow along, we're just kind of going through all of our thumbnails on the Instagram page. Mm-hmm. But, this thumbnail annoys me because, A, it's all Bitmojis.
Yes.
Because this is before we started cleverly integrating Bitmojis into everything.
Yes.
And I forgot the dots.
You did forget the dots.
The little green and yellow dots. It bothers me, people.
You can't repost it.
Yeah. Well, it's an awkward introduction. It's an awkward thumbnail.
Yeah. My favorite quote from it was at one point, you go, say something. And you just sound so desperate for help.
We didn't know what we were doing. We were just like, this is how you podcast, right?
Yeah. Are we doing this right?
Yeah, so that was really awkward in so many ways.
It was fun.
And episode 1 kind of went by, and then episode 2 is interesting because I think it's actually well done.
No, it's a good episode, but we are so stiff.
Yeah,
still.
we were still trying to find ourselves. I mean, I like the thumbnail. The thumbnail is really nicely done.
Yeah, I like the flower field
It's
and
us,
the games.
us frolicking through the fields.
I did like this one, but I definitely think it's funny looking back because
See,
our personalities are so
yeah.
much more forward
Well,
now.
I wonder what this one would have been like if we did it later.
We can always revisit.
Well, no, we're gonna revisit
Later on.
Pokemon soon. We'll get to that later, actually.
Yeah.
And of course, episode 3 now was the Animal Crossing episode. This one was fascinating too, because it was mostly you talking and me being like, "I've only played New Horizons."
Yeah. So I had to kind of take the lead on this one, but it's actually kind of fun, like, because I know you're mostly the gaming person, but this time I was the go-to person to talk.
Yeah, my favorite part about this thumbnail too is I didn't really. So this is where I started getting desperate with the Bitmojis. Already 3 episodes in, and I kind of was like, island tree that works and fishing.
Also works.
But this is before the Bitmoji app allowed you to like do like backgroundless Bitmojis.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to integrate them into the shots yet.
Mhm.
Although we did have that old picture of us fucking around on your island.
Where it's you lying in my beach chair and me
You have an
with
axe.
an axe ready to attack.
Yeah, I remember
That reminds me, we should play Animal Crossing today. Or
Maybe.
at some point this weekend. You can visit my island.
I
visited
haven't
it.
visited mine in a while.
I know, that's why it would be really funny, because we can both see how tragic our islands are.
Yeah. So that one was fun, and then okay. Oh yeah. Okay. The next image was actually me just making fun of our weird
Our
setups.
gaming setups.
Oh, it's your old stool.
I know. I ended up I have a nice chair now. I think we commented on because at one point when I first got it, I showed Bill on camera how high it goes because it's ridiculous
Yeah.
how high it goes. And
I like how I remember the dots for this one-off like stupid picture that meant
You did.
nothing.
I'm proud of you.
And I still have a setup on 2 ottomans.
Nope.
Footstools.
I now have a chair, so it's a lot more comfier. My back has support, which
Yep.
is great.
All right. So then episode 4 was purely indulgent for me.
Yes.
It was
This one, Bill took the total
the
lead.
the one where we ramble on about Persona 4. And
Yep.
it was literally just me talking about Persona 4 for an hour.
Yep.
This was also our first one we did remotely.
Yeah.
Like, with 2, you in Connecticut, me in Massachusetts.
Yep.
And I remember that was an interesting. Well, we weren't using Discord yet. We were still using.
We were using.
Well, we were using something.
It was like Google Hangouts,
I
right?
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But our connection was shit.
And our connection kind of was shit still today, but
Well, that's
You know.
just Discord being shit.
but I think it's more just Wi-Fi in general.
Yeah, Wi-Fi's been bad lately, but
Yeah.
that one was pretty fun. I mean, it was just mostly me gushing. Great use of Bitmojis. I'll say in the
Yes,
thumb.
the TV. Stay tuned.
Yeah, because that kind of fits.
Yep. Podcast.
I like how one of the pictures I used was just a picture of my Vita with the difficulty select screen.
Oh yeah, because isn't it like I think
Well,
it caption it says like, "Do you hate yourself?"
Yeah, it's the very
Like-
hard description of Persona 4 Golden, where the description for very hard mode is literally, "Do you hate yourself?"
Yep.
That one was classic. Okay, now episode 5. Okay, The Sims, right?
The
We did a
Sims.
Sims
I kind
episode.
of forget about this episode. This one.
I forgot because I made Sims of our Bitmojis
Yes.
to get this shot.
That's so funny.
And then the other Bitmojis in the corner. Yeah, this was one of my more desperate Bitmoji attempts.
We just have books.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to do for this
I
one.
feel like you would have been better off just making us do like something strange in it because that's
Yeah.
what Sims do. But you know, I appreciate
Maybe
the
that
try.
would have been a great use for one of us popping out of the toilet.
Yes.
I don't know. Also, we were doing the Friends style. See, I've gone through many styles of episode names, and for some reason I thought the one where doing the whole Friends the One style was a good idea.
Oh yeah.
I kind of go on and off with that depending on the episode.
Yep.
Now, episode 6 is a weird one because this was our first attempt at a reaction episode.
Yeah, and it was pretty short.
Yeah, well, we also threw it together because we really needed an episode that day.
Yeah.
And it was basically us reacting to the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes, which were just announced at that point,
Yeah.
and Pokemon Legends Arceus,
That was also just announced.
which is
I think.
coming out soon.
Woo!
And spoiler warning, we will be revisiting that because we need to follow that up at some point.
Especially because like I haven't complete. I need to at least beat Shining Pearl. I think it's Shining Pearl. I'm almost done. I'm on the Elite Four. It's just I don't want to get into it because
I'm
we're
still
gonna
in
talk
the starting
about
town.
because we're
because
gonna
I
talk
got bored.
about. But we'll definitely once Legend of Ark comes out, we'll revisit this topic. But
Yeah.
you know, it was kind of cool. I feel like we actually should do another reaction one again when there's like another big, maybe like when like E3 announces
Maybe.
like a ton of like stuff.
See, nothing's really come out that's infuriated us like the Pokemon announcement, though.
Yeah, that is true.
There was a good use of the current mood Bitmoji.
It was. I was very angry.
Yep. Now, moving on, remembering the Nintendo DS.
Yes.
I don't know why we're doing at a concert in the corner there.
I mean, because we love the Nintendo DS. Well, this one was kind of cool too because this one kind of started off our like series of like
Our console retrospectives.
Yeah, our console retrospectives. And this was like the very first one.
Yeah.
So this one I really like. I still think we weren't completely comfortable
we were
yet.
very stiff still.
We still were pretty stiff, but this one was I like because it started kind of that series we do, and I really like doing that series because I get to learn a lot about different consoles and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad this one exists.
Yeah, I like the. This was the first one where I had the console image in the background because I usually put when we do the initially when we did the thumbnails for each one.
Yep.
We'd have. So we always have the space backgrounds and then the lettering up top and bottom.
Yep.
And the center, I usually like to have the center pick be the center focus of the episode, and then the side picks I take usually from my blog.
Yep.
And then at the time we were using Bitmojis, although now I incorporate the Bitmojis into the actual pictures, which we'll be getting to.
Yes.
But yeah, this one was a starting. We were starting to finally get it. Okay, not concert. Convention memories.
This one's funny because the audio got fucked up on this one.
This one
I almost want to redo this one.
Maybe
like,
at
do
some
a
point.
Redux,
Well,
like,
maybe in the future when we've gotten more, we can
more conventions.
We
We
can
can
talk
kind of
about-
re-talk about them with better quality.
So I don't know what happened. I think it had to do. We were trying to use 2 mics at once.
Yeah.
To get when we were together.
Yeah, and we gave up on that.
Yeah. Well, we only need one.
Yeah.
But the problem. This episode is it's short, but I really like this episode.
Yeah.
The problem is, the audio is wanky. Like,
It's funky.
Yeah. It's. Yeah, I'm still annoyed by that.
Yeah.
Also, once again, odd Bitmoji. I was really desperate at this point to think for Bitmojis.
Yeah.
But yeah, normally I'd say this was the start of where we finally found ourselves, but because this episode is so janky
with the audio.
Yeah, it hurts it a little.
Yeah.
Now, on the other hand, episode 9.
Yes.
Weird PS1 games from our childhood. Now, this
was the start.
Yes.
Of the chaos.
So this, whenever people ask us, like when we joined, shout out to Cade over at Gaming Memories Podcast.
Woo!
When we did our guest appearance there, I always like to mention. This is usually the episode where I feel like we found our groove.
Yeah, we got our style down.
Because this is the point where we kind of started the whole. We have a topic, like an actual centralized topic, and we actually kind of go around that. Yep. It's also where this was the first one where we did How You Been, right?
Yeah.
Our How You Been
How
segment.
You Been, and what are you drinking?
I don't know if we started that yet, but this was kind of the start of our structure.
Yeah.
Or our attempt at a structure, as you could say. But no, this one was fun just because we were literally just talking about old PS1 games we grew up with.
Yep.
Which has been kind of a recurring theme, which was kind of the point where we finally... Initially, our theming for the podcast was gaming and collecting, although the collecting... Yeah, it's
implied.
We sometimes mention it.
Yeah.
But this was the point where we kind of had established our idea of talking about our childhoods in gaming more so than just gaming in general.
Yep.
And we tried to bring up most episodes kind of around concepts. There's things from back in the 90s or early 2000s.
Yep.
And this was one of the first real starts to that. And honestly, I still go back to this one fondly.
Yeah, this one's really fun. And it mentions Tiny Tank, which I just love.
Yes, it does.
Tiny Tank.
And then moving on, discussing the 3DS. So obviously, if we did the DS episode, we had to do a 3DS episode. And this one, was a bit of a step back compared to 9 in my opinion, but it was still
It
good.
was still good, but I think we were a little more stiff on this one again.
Yeah, because we still hadn't quite figured it
We
out.
still were being a little more structured and like looking at notes and
Yeah.
stuff, and not being as, not that we weren't genuine, but like it was more like facts.
It also, unlike the DS, we didn't really have as much nostalgia for the 3DS at the time.
Yeah.
Because it was still relatively new, I guess you could say. It was,
Yeah.
it was still somewhat relevant.
Yeah.
And we kind of, I mean, it was fun to at least talk about some obscure, like Tamagotchi life.
Yeah, which I love so
But yeah,
much.
It's actually one of our most successful episodes, too, believe it or not.
Huh,
It's up there.
interesting.
But moving on, now we're getting into our chaos phase.
Yeah.
So episode 11 was talking about Nickelodeon games.
Woo.
And obviously so this one was very specific because we've revisited them quite a bit in the future episodes.
Yeah.
But we played a lot of licensed Nickelodeon games back
Yeah,
in the day.
we did. Well, and we were Nickelodeon kids. Like, we watched Nickelodeon. We weren't as much Disney kids. We
No.
mostly watched Nickelodeon.
And we
so
had Disney phases, we had Cartoon Network phases, but we were mostly Nickelodeon
we'd always
kids.
go back to Nickelodeon.
So we had a ton of Nickelodeon games. Every SpongeBob game, pretty much.
Yeah.
Every Fairly Odd Parents.
Computer
Yeah.
to console.
Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, they're all fun. And I mean, I did platinum the Battle for Bikini Bottom remake, so that's.
Damn.
I didn't even try. I just did.
Yeah.
But this one was pretty chaotic. I mean, we were talking about spines at one point.
Yeah.
This was also the point where I realized our mother listens to this thing, because this is where she started questioning stuff.
Yeah, this is where she started. And this is, I feel like, where we started getting more chaotic, too, because she didn't really question the other ones.
No.
This is where she started questioning.
Yeah, this was where she was like, spines, chiropractors.
Spines?
It's like you'd have to be there.
Yeah, it was part of the game.
Yeah, so this one was fun. And then okay, so this one is near and dear to my
This
heart.
Bitmoji is a very fitting, I will say. You
Apes
picked the
Will
perfect-
Escape.
Yes.
The good old Ape Escape retrospective. Unfortunately, still since this episode, we've had any info on Ape Escape, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's just part of the.
What did it?
Yeah, it's just part of it. But this one was fun because it was another retrospective, and what was fun was at the time, I didn't own any of the Japan-only Ape Escape games.
Yeah.
And I now own all of them.
Nice.
I can't play the PS2 ones yet because I don't have a Japanese PS2. Eventually, I'll get one though.
Yes.
But it's funny, I have them all now.
Nice. Nice little update.
Moving on to the next. Oh boy, here it is.
Oh God.
The-
This is where it.
This
I
is-
mean, the others were chaotic, but this is where
shit hit
chaos
the fan.
truly. Yeah.
The one where we talk about anime.
Anime.
The first.
AKA. Oh, you go.
This was the first real non-gaming
Off
episode.
the rails.
And man, it's still our most popular episode too to this day.
Wow.
And it was literally, we just went on for an hour and a half about anime, and Alex gave a full-on.
Retrospective
of
of JoJo's
JoJo's.
Bizarre Adventure.
Oh.
And at this time, I believe I had only just started One Piece.
Well, no, you
It
just started One Piece around
Around the beginning of the podcast.
and
So-
you were kind of getting into it still at this
I was
point.
still getting into it at this point. Because we'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
But,
but yeah, the anime episode just went on and on.
and on.
It was our longest episode for
And
a
it was
while.
really fun to record too. I feel
yeah.
like you don't realize how long they're taking until
You
you're
look at
just
the
like,
time.
shit. And you're just having too much fun.
Yeah, that one was. Yeah, our mother was very shocked by that
Yeah,
one.
when she was like, okay.
Alright.
And
And
we
then-
get so much worse though.
Oh yeah,
This really isn't
we've only
even
gone
as
downhill.
bad.
So then next was this was a personal favorite.
Minecraft.
Adventures in Minecraft. One of my favorite thumbnails, aside from the Bitmoji being kind of awkward in the corner there.
It's a fitting Bitmoji.
It is. I wish we were able to do the placement ones by this
Yeah.
point.
No. I do like how you had the Minecraft logo and then your house.
Yeah, I had to
underneath.
make a separate thing and then insert it into the middle there.
I like how it looks. It looks real nice.
Yeah, that was fun. This one was just kind of cool because Minecraft is. I mean, I still play Minecraft. I made a Kagome on a Minecraft
I
last
know.
night. Well, a few nights ago. But we still play it to this day. It was a huge part of growing up. I mean, it was one of the biggest games in the world at the time.
We gotta start doing multiplayer again.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to properly do that.
Because it's just so fun when we multiplayer.
I want to learn how to stream that shit at some point.
It would be fun.
But yeah. So Minecraft was fun. I just have so much nostalgia because I mean, me and my best friend used to play it all the time.
Yep.
Oh man.
Minecraft.
And then moving on.
Early PC.
Okay, so this was another really
Big Action Garage.
This was another fun one because this is another one of those ones that's super close to our hearts growing up.
Yeah.
And it was just going over those stupid Barbie Hot Wheels computers.
Oh yeah.
That were cool as kids, but when you grow up, you realize they're hunks of garbage.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. But and all the freaking Barbie and Hot Wheels, Big Action Garage, and the demonic tow truck that was actually not.
I still can't. I'm still not over.
That is a
fact
pure
that
Mandela effect.
We were terrified of this tow truck. Like I had nightmares of him. And then we look back, and he was like the most non-terrifying,
doofiest looking thing ever. That is a pure Mandela effect.
Yeah,
there's other things in that game that are more terrifying, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. But
child mind is a lot different than the adult mind.
It was super fun looking back.
Oh yeah.
And we watched the whole playthrough.
Yeah, we watched
Big
the
Action
playthrough
Garage.
of it, purely for nostalgic purposes.
That one was. Really
Oh, that
good.
was funny. And then moving on. Okay, so here is where our thumbnail game was upped tremendously.
Yes,
We would like to play episode 16. This is the point where I found out you could insert Bitmojis into actual pictures. And I love the us hanging from the Wii.
The Wii, like,
in terror. But yeah, the Wii was a huge part of our childhood growing up.
Oh yeah.
So
It still is. I mean, like, people play. You can buy Wii's to this day.
they're actually kind of expensive now.
Oh, they
But,
are.
I mean,
really?
everything's expensive now.
Yeah, video games in general.
But I have a Wii at home. You have a Wii.
Yeah.
They're just everywhere.
Wii.
And I still remember those commercials. The two Asian guys in the car. We would like to play Wii Sports. So much Wii Sports.
Oh,
New
yeah.
Super Mario Bros.
Tennis, where you just flail.
Boom blocks.
Boom blocks.
Boom blocks. Okay, that one was a blast. Like, we did so much crazy shit with the Wii.
Yeah. I mean, especially, oh yeah, I remember you talked about one day just reviewing all of the horrifying Mii's that we made at
We
some
need to
point.
do that at some point.
We gotta do that.
That library is a train wreck.
It's very cursed.
Oh boy, and then moving on. Oh, it's our fun little slogan picture we made.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Gaming and Collecting Podcast, where we sometimes talk about gaming, mostly talk about anime, and the collecting is only really implied.
Yep.
Oh man, I thought that was funny at the time.
It still is.
Yep.
Oh, I love this one.
Oh yeah.
Especially because we're giants and we're killing all the people at
Oh,
the flea market.
so flea market adventures. My favorite part about this episode is when I showed Alex the initial thumbnail. You were like, "Oh, I like how we're giants roaming the flea market." I'm like, and I commented, "I think we stepped on someone." And Alex's response was, "Oh, I guess they're dead now." I was like, "Okay."
Violence was
This
the
one was
answer.
this one was fun though because this was like our first real collecting focused podcast.
Yeah, we actually talked about collecting.
Yeah,
things.
it happens occasionally.
I want to go to a flea market because I feel like I'd be able to find some cool ass anime figures.
I know the
at a
problem is
flea
they're all.
market.
The world's still stupid, so we'll have to.
Yeah, well, there's one in New Haven that's really big, and I
Mm.
want to check it out, but I don't want to go alone.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So
Yeah, but you have to plan it.
yeah, we'll have to plan it.
I haven't been to a flea market
and we
in
gotta save up.
2 years.
So we'll plan that.
I think 2019 was the last time I went to one.
Wow.
It's
I
been
thought
a
we
while.
went to one.
It was 2019.
I thought it was before that though.
No, because we were with your douchey,
I thought we went to one. No, but I thought we went to one after that was just you and me because I bought like a Pokemon game or something.
No, that was that one.
Was it?
Yeah, because that's where we bought the NASCAR thing.
No, there was another one. I could have sworn there was another.
You might
one.
have won with someone else then, because
I don't know.
that
I
was
guess
the last
maybe
time I
that
remember.
was. Maybe that was it. Yeah. I don't know.
maybe you're just trying to block that out of your mind.
Maybe. Yeah.
But yeah, I miss flea markets. Used to. Well, I mean, I'm kind of scared to go to one now because you never. God knows what the prices are gonna be.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. And then following that, the PS2 episodes. This was basically the sequel to our weird PS1 game episode. I don't know why we're jetpacking over the PS2. I just thought it was funny.
Why not? I like it. I support it. 10 out of 10.
So this one wasn't really a PS2 retrospective. It was more a sequel to the PS1 episode where we were just talking about our games we played at the time. And Yeah, a nostalgic look back at the PlayStation 2. I love my oddly artsy titles.
Yes. I like it.
Like Flea Market Adventures, a nostalgic look back at the PlayStation 2. I remember this one just because we talked a lot about herbs and like.
Well, for some reason, like, we just played herbs a lot on the PS2.
Well, actually, what's funny
and
about
it had the Black Eyed Peas.
so what's funny about this episode is I believe everything we talked about in it we've later done standalone or we're going to do standalone podcasts
Yeah.
for, which is funny because it's like
Oh, yeah, because Crash, we've done a
we
Crash, one,
the
Sonic.
herbs, we did iToy. We'll get to those all later, but
Yeah.
Simpsons and well, actually we haven't done that yet.
We gotta do a Simpsons one, because there's a ton of Simpsons games
yeah.
we could talk about, so
Definitely at
I
some
should
point.
add that to our list.
Mm.
We got a list going.
And then okay, this is a big one.
Woo!
So,
this is probably like my favorite one we've ever done.
One of them, anyways.
One of them, at
So
least.
this was the start of. So we had mentioned earlier the console retrospective episodes.
Yes.
This was the first true retrospective we've ever done, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So this is the 3DO experience.
Yep.
Now this was the first ever design. Like the whole idea behind this episode was I brought the 3DO down to her place,
Yep.
and we just played a ton of 3DO games.
Yep.
And then we went over the history of it and kind of just discussed it, and it was a cool experience because the 3DO is such a fascinating console in itself.
Yep.
And just going down playing all these we played a whole game of mahjong.
Yeah, that
At
was
one
so
point.
fun.
Played mahjong, pooed, PO'd, and then I like it because we're meditating on the 3DO.
3DO was also where we discovered balls, correct?
You discovered balls.
Where I discovered
This was also
balls.
the point where we started realizing Alex is really good at fighting games for some reason.
This also, it actually kind of makes me laugh. This is more nostalgic for me, but it has my old coffee table.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
this is
funny.
I don't know if I had my new couch at this point. I don't know.
I don't remember honestly.
I think I did at this point.
I love how Persona 4 is chilling in the thumbnail too,
Yes.
because we used Persona 4 to test out the.
To test the music.
You can find that video on my blog.
Yeah, this one was really fun to do.
Yeah, this is probably like the start where we were. I truly felt like we had figured it out.
Yeah.
I love the picture, this thumbnail too. This is like where we finally hit, in my opinion, peak thumbnails.
Yes.
I don't know. We're just meditating on the 3DO up there.
I mean, what else would you do on the
Yeah.
video?
But anyways, guys, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Whee!
And we're back.
We are back.
So, continuing back on now. So this episode is actually pretty funny. This is Nintendo Switch Multiplayer Madness, episode 20. Fun fact.
Yes.
This episode was 100% improvised because my 360 red ringed.
Yes, we were gonna play
We were gonna get to an episode we'll get to later.
and
It completely red ringed on us, and we were literally like, "Shit, what do we do?" So we decided, "Fuck it, let's just play some Switch games multiplayer and just throw together an episode."
just have
And
fun.
Initially, you'll actually hear in another episode after it that I wasn't super thrilled with it.
Yeah.
And then I actually listened to it when it came out, and I was like, you know what, it's actually not bad.
Yeah. It's shorter. It's a shorter episode,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's nice to have a short and sweet podcast, you know.
So my favorite part about the thumbnail is, this is actually a little Easter egg with my blog, the Barbaroo Games. Occasionally, the middle picture.
Yep.
I'll take that. That was taken for the thumbnail,
Yep.
but I reused the actual picture on my blog
Oh.
as a like a placeholder post when I needed to take more photos.
Nice.
So that's why that picture's been double used. But I don't know why we're hanging on balloons. I guess because the party madness of it.
Yeah. Why not?
But this one was pretty fun. We kind of just messed around. We played a bunch of multiplayer, like Fighters and Monopoly. Monopoly got intense.
Yes. Very intense.
I mean, admittedly, Switch Monopoly is pretty fun.
it is really
Honestly,
fun.
we should probably do another one of these at some point.
I think it would be fun. There's so many Switch games,
I
so
know, I have so many more now to play.
yeah.
But aside from that, too, we also played a couple beat 'em ups. Like, we fucked around with Naruto's, that Naruto game for a while, too.
Yep.
There was some goofy shit going on in this one. But,
Yeah.
you know, we got an episode out of it.
Yeah.
It was one of our first Switch-focused episodes, which we've had a couple.
Yep.
But moving on now to... Okay, this one's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, this was also one of Alex's classic. Behind the scenes thing, Alex likes to name our raw files when we record remotely after some of the dumbest shit. And one of the things we talked about in this episode was EdHeads, the virtual knee surgery simulator thing, and Alex named her files knee surgery with your best friend Ed, or some stupid shit like that.
I think it's also, this is when I started getting really chaotic with the names. Like, I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna have a lot of fun with these.
This is where I started getting really creative with my thumbnail work.
Yeah.
Because I had to custom make that. Like, I found this laptop piece of clip art, inserted us dying in the middle.
Yep.
And then I found all the old logos for all these different websites we did.
Yeah.
You also introduced me to WeWorld, and I never want to see it again.
That was so popular when I was in middle school.
See, that was for you guys. We had Mies. Mies was our thing.
I don't know. I remember hearing about Mies, but I just knew everyone played WeWorld. It was like my science lab where we had computers, and I was in that class.
We also got to discuss the Webkins killer.
Yes.
That was such a stupid thing.
That was such a weird
and Club Penguin, which is also kind of messed up in feature.
Yeah.
Oh, man. This one was fun, though. I thought this was This was one of our more, bizarre ideas.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. It was really fun.
And then moving on from that... Oh, board game memories.
I forgot we did this one.
Yeah. Oh, we worked hard on this one, because we had to, think... You were, sending me all these different board games. You know, it was fun, because this was an alternative gaming method, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
There's that ancient Scrabble picture that I've had on my phone for years of you and Mom's, tragic cursed Scrabble game, where half the words aren't even words.
O-T-E.
My favorite is Jax.
Jax?
It's that's not a real word. You spelled tiny wrong.
I did?
Yeah. Oh, there's so many funny things about this about this Scrabble game. Well, that's why I saved it. You put DQ. It's not a word.
Where? I don't see it.
It's over in the corner.
Dairy Queen.
We also remember most. You know what's funny? We put sorry in the thumbnail, and I don't even think we mentioned it in the episode.
I know. I think we did because I think I remember talking about at those summer camps that we were talking about earlier, where it was just in the high school. It was in the cafeteria.
Oh, maybe.
Sorry was one of the board games they had, and I just remember playing the shit out of Sorry.
I love my unamused Bitmoji down in the corner, and you're so proud of yourself.
Yes, I was proud of myself. DQ.
Yeah.
Use it your next Scrabble game.
All right, this one was near to my heart. The next one.
Yes.
So, video game stores.
Yep.
One of my favorite thumbnails we've ever done.
Yeah.
The Bitmoji, because that works so
piggyback.
Well, also because I love giving shout out to Bowser's Basement, a great local. If you're anyone from Massachusetts,
yep.
in the Taunton area, definitely visit Bowser's Basement. Shout out to John, the owner.
Owner is amazing. The story's amazing.
Yeah. But
just a good guy and a great place.
Oh yeah. But the game stores is such a fun thing, especially the amount of them you find nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, granted, this hobby is kind of not as fun as it used to be, but...
Yeah.
Man, it was just fun talking about the old KB Toys, EB Games, GameStop, back when GameStop wasn't just a toy store.
Yeah.
Toys R Us.
Toys R Us.
Oh, boy.
Grand Theft Auto sold at Toys R Us.
My GameStop GTA story, the mom trying to buy the freaking 4-year-old GTA 5.
Yep.
Ugh.
Oh boy.
Regardless, I mean, he's 7 now, probably. So.
Yeah, probably still playing GTA 5.
Well, they're still making GTA 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's been on 3 generations of consoles.
Yep.
But after that, here's another fun episode, the one where we talk about music. So this was another, we need an episode idea. I don't want to talk about games. Let's talk about music.
Yeah.
So this episode, not talking about the actual content, has one of my greatest rants ever.
Yes.
The freaking ceiling leak rant, where I just went off for 20 minutes in the beginning. And I was like, so how you been?
Yes.
And then we went nuts. You know the worst part is we didn't even scratch the surface.
Oh yeah, we could
amount.
probably do a part 2 on this.
Honestly, we could probably just do a separate music podcast.
Yes, honestly, yeah.
Oof. Yeah, that'd be a lot of work.
That would be interesting.
But also one of my laziest Bitmoji placements.
You know, I I like it. I think it's
I like
good.
it. All I
I
did
really
was-
like me on the drums in the back because I look like I'm having a great time.
My favorite part is I didn't know what to do for the actual thumbnail, so I grabbed AFI's The Missing Man record and then the body CD I just got.
Yeah.
So I just kind of slapped them down on a table and just took a picture and then used the Bitmojis over it.
Yeah. I think it looks good.
Also, AFI has been referenced like 4 times here in this.
Yes.
Yeah, because I took all these pictures actually just for the sake of this thumbnail. Like one in a minute.
Yep.
This was a fun episode though.
I had fun. I enjoyed this one.
And then moving on. Oh yeah, this was our announcement that we were going to conventions,
Woo!
which we did. We went to 2.
Yep, and we podcast about
And
them.
we'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, episode 25. I thought this was a milestone at the time, not really. But
Yep.
We did our
It
first,
was though.
in a sense, but yeah. So this was our first 2-parter,
Yes.
and we talked
I think
about
it's our only 2-parter too.
our like technical 2-parter. Yes.
Yeah.
We did Sonic the Hedgehog 2 parts, and the first part was the classic and Dreamcast era games, and then the second part was the modern era 3D games. And
The dumpster fire
I love
Bitmoji.
these 2 thumbnails are fun because the first one we're running in Green Hill Zone, and then the next one is the Sonic 06 title screen with us staring at a dumpster fire.
Yep.
Because that's perfectly fitting.
Because that's how it is. But these ones were fun, and I remember recording it, and I was like, because originally we didn't intend to make it 2 parts, but
Yeah,
then I
originally
was
we
like,
thought we could get this done in 1 part, and we were already like an hour in, and Alex was like, we weren't even done with the Genesis era yet.
yeah, no, it was like, I was like, we need to do 2 parts, and you were like, all right, we need to do 2 parts, and
Yeah.
but it's actually nice because it kind of stretched it. It gave us like more episodes to do, but I also think it was fitting because I feel like if we had gone on and on and on, it would have been like not as enjoyable.
Well, then it's fun to talk about Sonic too, just because it's like
we were talking about it earlier.
it's such a
like,
polarizing series.
Yeah, it's either you love it or
you hate it. There's like no middle ground.
No. And it's just like the games. They're either great or they're horrible.
Yeah,
there's no middle.
There's no meh Sonic games. It's
Yeah.
like they're either all bad or good. It's like you know.
No middle.
But moving on then. Oh, we have another
Many faces of the genius.
the many faces of the Gaming Collecting Podcast.
It's me maniacally laughing, and then it's me on a box making my point heard, and then it says podcasting, and then it says drinking,
and then
and then
yawning.
it says yawning, because
That fits us well.
we always record on Fridays at around like 7, and at that point, like, we're still kind of awake, but then as we podcast, we're just like, you know.
Well, we have the yawn counter, and then we have the hiccup counter that my friend Schnickerman had requested.
Yep.
Every time Alex hiccups, because it happens a lot.
Yeah, I just get the hiccups a lot. I don't know why. I got the hiccups earlier when we were walking around. I was like,
Yeah, you did it in the store, and the woman looked
and
at...
this woman looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, I'm sorry, I get hiccups. Ugh.
All right. So then moving along now, we have... the 25 years of Persona, and another great Bitmoji placement.
Also, another great
Oh yeah, why is Hitler here?
why is Hitler? But also, another great one of my titling for the files.
Which one was this one?
Persona.
Oh, yeah. No, this one was fun because this was another. We had already talked about Persona 4, but this time we kind of went over the series as a whole.
Yes.
And we love Persona, so it's always fun to kind of talk about it. This was also right when they announced the 25th anniversary celebrations, which we still haven't heard a lot about yet.
Yeah.
I'm hoping a Persona 6. That'd be fun.
Woo, that would be great.
Still no Switch port.
Nope.
I don't think it's happening.
I don't think it will, but maybe Persona 6 will be on the Switch.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
Alright. Now here's one of my most confusing titles I ever did. Episode 28, An Odyssey of Mario throughout the years. I think I started writing that one and then kind of like got confused halfway and then just kind of was like, oh well.
Oh well. Whatever.
I love this thumbnail too because I literally just did a screen cap of New Donk City and just kind of inserted the Mario pipe emoji in the back.
And me bouncing on your head.
So this episode was fun.
Yep.
But I also, when I think of this episode, I think I had a Sonic rant in it.
Yep.
And then you had your gas station, you had a rant about gas stations and something.
I did?
Or maybe I was ranting about gas. We were ranting about something.
Oh, no. No, it was like the lady who like freaked me out, and followed me to a gas
No. We didn't talk about that. We
Oh,
cut
we
that
didn't?
out. No,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
me. I was yelling about some guy who was like honking at me at the gas station.
Oh yeah, it was like you were parked and like the guy wanted you to pull forward and then you just took your time.
No. I was
exponentially.
I had pulled into the pump because there was some guy pulled in the back pump and I could only use the front pump.
Yeah.
So I had pulled in the front pump, and this guy pulls it. We're just recapping this now, but
Yes.
a guy with a fucking boat pulls in, and he needed to be on the side where I was, where his gas thing was,
Mhm.
and I'm filling up. I'm like, I'm already here. I'm like,
Yeah.
this isn't my problem. So he's honking at me to hurry up, and I'm just looking at him like, really?
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, in the time it could have taken you, you could have just easily gone around and used the other side, which was empty.
Yeah.
So I took my sweet
Sweet.
time,
Yep.
as long as I could, like, just to piss the dude off. Because I was like, really?
Yeah.
I remember that rant.
Oh.
Okay, so another peak thumbnail.
Yes.
The Tales from Japanifornia, an Ace Attorney retrospective. This is where we started, where my titles started getting really long.
Yes.
I love this one because this is like my purely custom-made thumbnail.
Yes.
Where I found that the courtroom background, the coffee Bitmoji,
Yep.
and the objection thing. That one came out so well.
Mm.
And Ace Attorney is such a fun comedy of errors.
Yes. And I also really like the title that I called this one.
What'd you call this one?
Hobo Parrot Murder.
Yep.
Which, unless you know the games, it doesn't make sense. But if you've played the games, it makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't make sense in the game.
Yeah, it does. There's a hobo with a parrot, and he murders someone. Hobo parrot murder.
Whatever.
You cannot tell me I'm wrong. That's exactly what happens in the game.
I just love Ace Attorney so much.
You do.
And the Great Ace Attorney had actually come out by this point, I think.
Oh,
no,
really?
it hadn't come out, but the Great Ace Attorney's out now, which is that we finally got those games to play,
Nice.
so now we have the full series. Except for Investigations 2, which we'll probably never get, but oh well.
Yeah. Womp womp.
Oh, the fascinating world of alternative controller options.
Yes, where we talked about the iToy.
And the bongos and the questionable PlayStation Move
Yep.
and the Kinect.
Yep.
And the thumbnail is a
You dabbing me in the face.
It's the crazy Wii safety message guy though.
Yep.
Always breaking shit.
Yep.
Oh, this was also one of two that we did when I was sick.
Oh yeah.
I had the snuffles the entire episode, so I think you could hear me like sniffing, like snuffling most
the
of it.
whole time.
We also recorded these ones in like a 2-part session, I believe, because we had lost like we were behind on episodes and we needed to like bang 2 out
Yep.
real quick. So I remember we did like this one as a 2-part, like just get them done.
Yep.
No, what happened? Oh yeah, right. What happened was that Friday I went out with coworkers drinking,
Yeah.
and I think I stayed out too late and I got sick.
Yep.
That's what happened.
You were done. Oh, the next
Oh,
one.
so this was the introduction of the new intro, the new title card.
Yes, where we had new.
The new logo, I should say.
We
where
had updated Bitmojis that were more
although
accurate.
the updated Bitmojis didn't come in yet.
Oh.
But yeah. So this was the introduction of our current
Logo.
which is much better laid out and more colorful.
Yeah, a lot more fun.
Yeah. But anyways, moving on to that. Here's another favorite of mine.
Yes.
The Nintendo Wii U. Sometimes you just have to hit rock bottom.
Yeah. This one was really interesting to talk about because
Well, the Wii U is such a fascinating console, and it's like arguably Nintendo's biggest failure,
yeah.
aside from a certain thing that we're actually going to be talking about pretty soon.
Whee!
But it was fun. I wish I wasn't sick. I love the Bitmoji because we're just kind
Yeah.
of we're kind of just
We're kind of just chilling.
chilling. Like
What's up?
we're kind of looking off in thought about
Yeah.
the dumpster fire that was the Wii U.
Well, it's such an interesting console because like there's things about it that could have been great, but they just
It was too early for what it was,
Yeah.
and it's the Switch literally is everything the Wii U wanted to be, but
Yeah.
better. Interesting episode, honestly. And then, oh boy, okay.
Gullah Gullah Island.
So this episode has a bit of backstory. This was were TV shows really that much better back in the day? Let's find out. So this episode was actually late because my laptop shit the bed right after recording.
Oh, yeah.
So this was actually the only episode that was aired on a Wednesday.
Yep.
And so this episode was fun. It's actually our worst performing episode though.
Yeah, but I also think that's partially because of, like, it came out on the wrong day.
It came out at a weird time, and it also was a odd topic.
Yeah.
It was fun though, even though we were a crazy mess when we recorded this one.
Oh, yeah. We were both a mess.
Exhausted and just.
But this one was fun, even though it didn't perform great. This one was fun because we watched a lot of cursed TV from kids, like JJ Jetplane. That's just cursed.
I still don't know what Gullah Island is.
I watched it and it was great.
I'm sure you did.
Yep.
And then moving on, episode 33. Oh, this was the first introduction of our current Bitmojis.
Yes.
And we just talked about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
It's time to duel.
It's time to
So this one was interesting because we kind of we went between the games, the card game itself, and the anime.
Yep.
Which were all huge parts of our childhood.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I actually kind of want to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! But at the same time, I'm like, I just don't have the time for that.
Mm.
And those cards are expensive now, too, some of them.
Yeah.
I remember that one. And then, oh, okay. So here was another, this was another one of our weird kind of idea episodes.
Yeah.
A nostalgic look back at the Windows game folder.
Yeah.
So we recorded this one during our trip for Kineticon, I want to say.
Yeah, I believe it was that. Or it was like the week before that.
No, it was I was there because we recorded this one together.
Yep.
But this one was just fun because it was looking back, it's such a simple concept.
Yeah.
Yet it was, we got 50 minutes out of it.
Yeah, no, we ended up getting a pretty good podcast out of it.
It's one of my favorites because it was just such a stupid concept that we actually made work.
Yeah.
Talking about the backstory of Minesweeper and 3D Space Cadet, Pinball, Solitaire.
Yep.
Purple Place.
Purple Place.
And I'm giving you a reward in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
That thumbnail was so hard to put together too because I had to kind of finagle a bunch of old pictures of the start menu together.
Yep. But it came out good. I really liked this one.
And then okay. It Never Stopped Thinking, a Sega Dreamcast retrospective.
Aw, this one was really fun.
Well, it's just fun to the Dreamcast is still probably the most underrated console of all time.
Yeah.
Even if you're not a huge fan of the controller, but I mean,
I really didn't think the controller was that bad, especially compared to one that's upcoming.
But I love we just played so much random games and
a random assortment.
we learned that Alex is way too good at fighting games.
I don't know why. I'm probably not that great.
No, well, I mean, I'm not that great either, but this was also Alex. Why's he got a dump truck?
A dump truck. That was the introduction to dump truck.
The meme that you have not let go.
Yep, it's just too funny.
And then moving on, Kineticon. Kineticon was interesting.
Yeah.
So many memes from this episode. Wii games.
Do you have the boba tea?
Awkward people at convention.
Awkward
Oh, and it's
people.
also the trash man.
In the trash man. I'm the trash man.
He was the legendary guy walking around.
I hope to see him again.
First
and I hope
cosplays
he
we'd
wears
done in a while.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a little awkward. I preferred Retro World personally, but
Yeah.
Kineticon was fun.
No, yeah. Kineticon was fun, and I got some figures, and we got some anime, and we played some games. But I feel like if we go again, we now know when to show up. We
Yeah.
now know to check the schedule and show up when all the vendors are open. So now we know. And also go on Friday.
Yeah.
That's what everyone said. Friday's the day, so we're going Friday.
Now, the next episode was another non-gaming one. We had concert memories where we were talking about. This one I always remember because the first half of my mic wasn't turned on, so I was using the laptop mic and my audio sounds like shit.
It really wasn't that bad. I mean, it was noticeable, but it could have sounded so much worse.
I know, but it's so jarring
Yeah.
because it's only the first half of the episode.
Yeah.
But I mean, this one was kind of fun just because we love music and concerts are a huge part of our
Yep.
life.
And we're so excited for the concert in March.
And this was right after we saw Breaking Benjamin too, which was great.
Yeah. So it was kind of like fresh in our minds too.
Mm.
Breaking Benjamin was great, and like Papa Roach was
I think
great.
this was one of the rare 100% non-gaming podcasts we've ever done. Because even in like the music one, we talked about game music at one point.
Yeah, this one was completely...
We need to do like a full-on game music episode.
No, yeah.
But it's
That's
been
for a
pretty
later
fun.
date.
And now moving on to the next. Okay, so this one surprised.
It's the Switch, bitch.
Yes. So episode 38, 4 years in and no slowing down, a Nintendo Switch retrospective.
Yep.
So this one performed really well. Like I was surprised how well this one did. This was also when I discovered Good Pods.
Yeah. But it's also funny too because it performed the best, but it has like the least likes on Instagram.
Yeah, it's on the lower side.
Yeah.
Well, Instagram's been
Wonky.
They changed.
recently.
They messed with the algorithm at Instagram, so it's been kind of.
I mean, so
hit or
many like
miss.
advertisements recently. Like.
Yeah, they messed with Instagram, and I don't have time to figure it out right now. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one was pretty fun because the Switch is such a cool system. We're gonna probably talk about the Switch again at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to do another multiplayer thing.
Yeah.
But this one was fun. I mean, another great thumbnail too.
Yes.
Just shoving like how many Switches can I fit in this thumbnail image?
Yes.
Yeah, this one.
It was good.
It's amazing that it's been 4 years.
I know.
Since the
It
Switch came out.
does not feel like it's been that long.
But moving on now. Oh boy, here it is.
Anime Part 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
And you can see, well, it's really funny too because looking at this, the amount of figures that I have at that point have multiplied tremendously.
Also, I didn't even realize I used that picture of the JoJo figures twice.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I used it in the Kineticon thumbnail as well.
Oh, that's fine.
I didn't realize at first.
Yeah. It's not super noticeable though because it's so big in this one and not as big in that one.
Also, I stuck the Yukiko figure in the corner there, and I don't think we even talked about Persona once in the entire episode.
Well, no, we talked about the... Oh, no, wait, no, we didn't. Because we didn't really talk about figures in it. We just posted the figures as...
I just needed something anime for the thumbnail.
Yep.
But yeah, this is actually our longest episode to date.
Yeah. It's
Mostly
like 2+
because of
hours, right?
mostly because of your One Piece retrospective
Yes.
and
yes,
my
yes.
Fruit Baskets retrospective.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, we went on for a while with this one.
Yeah, but it was super fun.
The anime ones are always funny because they're just such train wrecks of like nonsense. And our mother always gets more and more confused.
But she loves us for who we are.
Yeah, and the funny part, like even my friend at work was like, I didn't realize she was gonna go full on into One Piece there, and I was like, yeah. She kind of started and wouldn't stop.
I can't stop once I start talking about it. Even at breakfast today, we were talking about it, and I couldn't stop.
Yep. Yeah, we got weird looks.
Yes.
But
Yeah, fuck them.
So now episode 40. Okay, this one is another peak thumbnail because this was my first special edition holiday thumbnail.
Yes.
So we did the Halloween special where we talked about indie horror games.
Yeah.
And I went all out with the production on this one.
Yeah.
Because we did the custom thumbnail where I changed up the colors.
Yep.
Still had the dots though.
Yes. Always
Never
the
forget
dots.
the dots.
Nope, they were just purple and orange.
But yeah, so we I also changed up all the sound effects. We had like
to be spooky.
spoopy.
It literally, when you went to the ad break, it literally scared the shit out of
Yeah.
me. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you got really uncomfortable with the Dreaming Mary discussion.
Oh yeah, well, especially like it was just like it was one of those games. Well, because I'd never heard of it until you explained it, and then like to hear it, I was just like, oh, it just gave me. I don't know. It just
This
gave
whole
me
episode is
PTSD.
kind of chilling, which is I guess the point.
Yeah. But that's the point, because I mean that's what's kind of cool about the art, the horror RPGs, is that like even though there really isn't that much like in graphical or anything, like the storytelling of these games is what gives you the chills.
See, my favorite part too about the thumbnails, we got like Misao, Eve, and Yume Nikki there, and then just Doki Doki in the corner, and it's like
Yes.
if you didn't know, you'd be like, what the hell is that doing there?
Yeah, but whoops.
Yeah, this one was fun. I also like how the background is hearts for some reason.
Yeah.
I guess I thought it looked good.
Yeah. I thought it was like diamonds.
No, those are hearts.
Oh. Whoops.
But no, see in the yellow.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the pink and
not the
purple.
border.
Yeah. I like it though. I think it looks
Yeah,
good.
it was fun. And then moving on, now we have when consoles are not enough.
Yes.
A plug and play
Plug
games
games.
retrospective.
Don't Google that.
Yeah, don't Google plug and play.
Don't Google that.
This one was another kind of like we needed a quick. So after the Halloween episode, we kind of took a quick mini break.
Yeah.
So this was our first kind of jumping back in, and I remember this
Back
one.
into it.
This one was fun, but also kind of a. It was a bit of a stretch because we had to figure out what we were gonna do.
Yep.
We also used an unused. We also took an unused episode concept and kind of shoved it into this one too with the micro consoles.
Yes. We kind of like put
At
them
the end
together.
I remember Mom was really concerned about this one too because we were kind of a mess.
Yeah, we were. I feel like we were really tired this episode, or at least I was.
We're always really tired, to be
Yeah.
honest. And then moving along. Oh yeah, this was when we did our guest appearance on Gaming Memories. Shout out to Kate again.
Woo! That was really fun.
Yeah, that was a good couple of
Good discussion.
couple hours. We went on for a while, like just talking like about life
Yeah.
afterwards too.
No.
But he's such a nice.
He's a great guy.
Definitely, everyone check out Gaming Memories podcast.
Yeah, and his Instagram. He was awesome.
Yeah, I remember we did that wonderful time. And then moving on, the ups and downs of video game movies. This was
Yeah.
another fun one we did here, like together.
Yep.
And I remember because we kind of just went down the list of all the video game movies and discussed.
Yeah.
Uh,
And we had watched the Sonic
We had
movie
watched
before.
Sonic, and then I had watched parts of Detective Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Went over the Mario Brothers movie Fiasco,
No.
and just all these. I don't even think we talked about Professor Layton that much.
I don't think we did. Yeah.
I think I just used it in the thumbnail for some reason.
Whoops. Maybe it was meant to be taught. Well, sometimes you make the
I think we
thumbnails
glazed-
before.
I think we kind of glanced over it, to be
Yeah.
honest.
But
But
that was
then,
good. Oh, the next one.
Retro World. Yeah, episode
Yeah.
43. So this was our discussion about the Retro World Expo. And
Yep.
this was a blast. Other
Yeah.
than my depression with how expensive game collecting is getting,
Yeah.
this one was just fun to talk about. 'Cause
Yeah.
we went so much gaming, so much fun stuff to see.
Yep.
I still love my PlayStation sign I got.
Yep.
Honestly, the halls are my favorite part of each one.
Yeah. This one was fun because it was such a more chillax like
Oh, yeah,
crowd.
Retro World is always super chill.
It's super
because it's just
chill.
gamers and
Yeah.
collectors and like wrestling fans.
Yeah,
That
no.
was a funny
Definitely
parallel.
a really good one to check out. I'd recommend. If you haven't listened to it, give it a listen. It's pretty fun.
And then of the Happy Thanksgiving
Giving with
it-
the
Alex's
stone
cursed
face, the cursed
the
turkeys.
cursed turkey Bitmoji that Alex hates.
Yeah.
That was just fun, like sweet.
Nice little post. Oh, this
Okay.
one. This
Episode-
one's
no.
pretty infamous.
Episode 44. I had no idea this episode was going to go this way.
Yeah.
The N64 retrospective. No nostalgia makes a difference.
Yep.
Alex did not enjoy the N64.
I hate the N64. I'll say it. I hate it. It's horrible. The controller, garbage. The games, garbage. Buck Bumble, garbage. It's been stuck in my head all day. It just makes me hate the N64 even more. Trash.
That episode actually did pretty well too, which surprised me because I thought this was going to be like controversial.
No,
But I mean, I like the N64 enough, but I mean,
I don't.
we don't have any
Trash.
nostalgia for it. We played Beetle Adventure Racing, one of the greatest
Okay,
racing
okay,
games
that
ever
one
made.
was good. I'll give you that. But Buck Bumble ruined it.
Oh man,
Especially its stupid theme song.
I love
Buck Bumble. Ugh, I hate it.
I
It's
love
like a
your
hero.
crying Bitmoji.
It was very accurate to my emotions I felt
I
recording.
wonder what I loved like the reaction Mom had to that. She's like, huh?
Yeah.
She was very confused.
That was a good one.
Right. Oh
Yeah.
boy. The Crash Bandicoot episode. Welcome to the insanity. This one was one of my favorite thumbnails.
Yeah,
Have
I
you
really
ever
like
made-
us swinging on the
Well,
vine.
it meshed in so well.
It did. It really does just look like it's part of it.
This one we were infamously tired because this was right after I had done like a massive drive to pick up my truck,
Yep.
and Alex was like completely out of it. And all I remember is Alex being like, "I want to start a farm with
Yeah.
animals and farm
I
pigs and
just
stuff."
really was on a kick of wanting a farm for some reason. And I mean, I still do someday. I want a farm.
Well, you have Story of Seasons now, and you can play it.
Yes.
And then, okay, here was another super fun one.
Yes.
Do the math and look at the Atari Jaguar. the Jaguar is another super fun console just to like talk
I
about.
really loved the Jaguar. I thought it was so fun.
So-
I mean, some of the games were trash, but it was really fun.
I make that running joke that I have an obsession with piece of shit consoles.
Yeah,
Well, not piece of shit. That's unfair.
yeah,
Obscure consoles that no one cares about.
yeah.
And I actually did a post around the time of my trifecta of those systems.
Yeah.
The third of which we're actually going to be discussing very soon. I keep alluding to it. We'll get to it.
Dun dun dun.
Not in this episode.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Yep.
But the Jaguar was so fun. The fact that I paid the budget for this episode was $100 just to get my hands on Mutant Penguins in time for the
Yeah.
episode.
It was so worth it.
That game's so weird.
Mm.
I actually have more Jaguar games because I found them at Bowser's Basement recently.
Oh, really? You knew part 2.
Maybe it's. I want to get a couple more because
Yeah.
I am a simp for the Jaguar. I will admit.
Yep.
I love that system. And moving on. But okay. So you remember how we had alluded to back when we had the Switch Multiplayer Madness episode?
Mhm.
What happened there was, because the Xbox died, we had to make that episode instead. Our original plan for this episode was originally going to be the Burger King episode, which was
Yep.
going to be way back then when we recorded it.
Yeah.
We finally got to it during the same filming session for the Jaguar episode.
Yep.
And this one was funny just because the actual like backstory, like same with the Jaguar episode, those ones were fun just for the backstory behind them.
Yeah.
And the most entertaining part was literally like just all the Burger King ad campaigns and like
Yeah.
how weird they were. Like
And just honestly, how fascinating this is that it like exists. Like
yeah, the fact that the Sneak King game is actually really good.
fun. Like it's really fun to play.
Yeah, like I mean even the other ones are kind of fun.
Yeah, they're kind of fun, but the Sneak King is the one you really want to play.
Yeah. And then moving along, I mean,
Christmas.
the Christmas episode, another one of my other favorite like
I
thumbnails.
really like the use of Bitmojis.
I love that cold emoji so much. Your face is so perfect.
I also like me hiding in the box
Yeah.
and in the chimney. I'm doing all the crazy things. You really made me look crazy. But I mean, it's accurate, so, you know.
Well, you're the one that wanted me to use those two, by the way.
The box, at least.
No, you also sent me the fireplace because I added those in the side because the middle was already made by that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was another custom coloring, and I liked it. And I did custom sounds too throughout the episode.
Yep.
To be more Christmassy.
It was-
This one was just kind of nice to like kick back and just relax. Like,
Yeah.
And just enjoy living, I guess you
Yeah.
could say.
And, like, remember Christmas.
Remember
Because it's,
Christ-
like, a special time for us.
My favorite part about this episode is we tried to like keep it gaming focused for like the first bit, and then we
just gave
completely
up.
just gave up and we're like,
Just
nah,
gave
we're just
up.
gonna talk about Christmas.
Yeah, we're just going to talk about whatever the hell we want.
We talked about the great Mr. Bearcat, God rest his soul,
Oh, yeah.
and just how freaking much of a train wreck school was back then.
Yeah.
Another wonderful proud mom
Yep.
moment. And honestly, we're caught up now at
Yeah.
49 episodes. One year started last January,
Yep.
and we made it every week,
We did.
except for that one where we were late, but we
Yep.
still got an episode
But
out.
it still got there. And, you
And-
know, you guys should check it out.
49 episodes in a year, I think is pretty good for us,
I
anyways.
think that's successful.
And
And
We-
we started, like, a couple weeks
yeah,
into
we
January.
the final week of January,
Yeah,
so
we
we missed a
started-
few weeks.
Yeah.
Well, because we were playing. So the idea for the podcast kind of came around right after New Year's of last year,
Yeah.
where we kind of just like toyed with it and we finally pulled the trigger.
Yeah, we finally were just like, you know what, let's do this. It'll be
Went on
fun.
our adventure to find a microphone, which was a lot harder than it should have been.
Yeah.
Oh boy, and then trying to get the system to work and us not knowing what to do, figuring out Anchor,
Yep.
and waiting for it to get actually published. It was a long and hard experience.
Yeah. But we figured it out, and
Yeah,
now.
and 49 episodes in and counting because we have season 2 ready to go.
Whee!
So we're not going to get into our ideas yet because we're going to save that for next year.
Woo!
But anyways, guys, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And once again, you can find us on all your major podcasting platforms. We are made on Anchor Podcast. You can easily find us on Spotify and Apple Podcast. And follow us on both Instagram and Twitter, along with Good Pods.
Yeah.
And once again, guys, for the final time this year, thanks for joining us as we discuss the games that shaped us. We will see you next year in Season 2. See you later.